already there's a heat advisory in effect. We're already into the 80s. And on the phone right now, I have Dylan Burroughs, who works for Control Point Mechanical. They deal with heating, cooling, plumbing, electric. They're located in Shrewsbury. Dylan, thanks for taking the time this morning. I'm sure you've been very busy during the past couple of days with this heat wave. Is that right?
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of days.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you how people can maximize their AC, because when it gets to be above 100, everything's running at once. So for example, I have a window unit. So I've had it for a few years. What is the best way? What are a couple of tips I can maximize the cooling with my window unit?
So just like any other AC, you want to make sure your filters are clean with the window units.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it on, set your temperatures a little higher if you're not in the room, but don't shut it off. Just leave it on, let it run. So pull that humidity out, keep the room more comfortable.
Oh, okay. So don't keep shutting it on and off, like as you enter and leave the room. Just keep it running continuously.
Yeah, just let it run.
Okay.
It's a lot easier for it to maintain than it is to kind of overcome that heat once if it's been off for a while.
And then you said clean the filter. What's the best way to clean a window unit filter?
You can either use a vacuum if it's light, or if it's really dirty, you can wash it off under the sink. You just want to make sure it's totally dry before you put it back, so it doesn't freeze up.
And with that, so with my window unit, it's got those things you slide out and you block out the window. Now, how it blocks it out pretty much. I'm sure there's a few leaks here and there. Would you recommend with heat like this, like putting extra blocking on there, like tape or some kind of insulation?
Yeah, that weather stripping you can get at Home Depot works really well for kind of sealing around it. Blackout curtains help put around the around the window, and you can kind of wrap it around where it meets the window. And
then with people with central air, what should they be doing? Like the temperature is supposed to go down tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have another heat wave this summer. What should people be doing to make sure that their air is going to be working?
The most important thing with that is, clean your filters or change your filters. If you have the small 1-inch filters, those are typically monthly filters. So you want to make sure you're changing those every month. If you have the bigger, the 5-inch, those are generally good for about 6 months. It's all about the airflow. So you keep those filters clean, and make sure all your vents are clear. And similar to the window AC, you want to don't shut it off if you're not there. Just kind of bump the temperature up a little bit. It's easier to maintain than it is to shut it off and have all that humidity build up in the house throughout the day. So basically, keeping your filters clean is the number one thing, whether it's a window unit or central air. That's the most important thing, to keep it flowing. And I'm sure air quality is involved too if you don't clean out your filters. Right. It's all about the airflow. Yeah. All right. That's good to know. And that I would imagine that would also save people a little bit on electricity if their air filter is clean. Is that something? It'll certainly help. It'll cool faster if it's able to move more air. The temperature it'll be easier for it to maintain. And in a stretch like this, in the past couple of days, how busy are you folks over there at Control Point? Yeah, the phone hasn't stopped ringing in 2 days straight, so it's good. Wow. It's good for us. Well, I appreciate you giving advice for people to avoid maybe calling you. But what number should they call if they're having a problem with their AC? The phone number is 508-845-4822. Okay. So give that a call. If you're having a problem with your window unit, your central air. And then going back to window units, Dylan, and this is a very, very important question that I've been asking for actually years now and have never gotten a straight answer. So I'm hoping you can tell me why this doesn't happen. Why don't window units come with handles? That's a great question. It's such a pain in the butt. I mean, for me anyway, I'm not a strong man, but to bring those down from the attic, and I got to go downstairs, it would just make it so easy. If there was just at least one handle, you could leverage something. Why don't they put handles on window units? They want you to struggle so that you call us so we can install some ductless units for you. Oh, so you're in league with those guys. Well, I'm sorry I had you on.
All those times I cut my hand open. No, I'm just kidding. So that there's really no reason why there's no handles on there?
Not that I know. I've never never been asked this question.
You see this, folks? You see that, folks? Not even the air conditioning guy knows why there's no handles on there. It's got to be some kind of conspiracy in my head. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're in league with the window unit guys. Well, it's Dylan Burroughs, Control Point Mechanical in Shrewsbury. Not just cooling, but plumbing, electric, and heating. Thank you for answering the questions. I guess what we learned here is the main thing, whether it's central air or window unit, keep those filters clean, keep that airflow going, right? That's the number one thing.
Do your maintenance every year. Give us a call if you need a maintenance plan.
All right, Dylan, thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're busy, and we'll talk to you again later. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Mike.